back. Shonen Dad's Podcast, episode 2. I'm Nabby. To my, I think that's right of me is my beautiful friend Yeti. And we got a special guest today, Mr. Bobby Hill, who has no camera. What did everyone do this week? Anime related or anything pop culture related?
I have played way too many hours of Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing?
Way too many.
So, are you to the point with the turnips thing? With the
I do
turnip
the
stock exchange thing that's going on with this?
I do it, yeah.
Kristen has been telling me how stressful it is, and she wants to time travel just because of it. So she can make more on them.
Yeah, it is stressful because you can't, put them in your storage. You have to, leave them in your house.
Yeah,
or put them in your yard,
Yeah, she was telling me, they rot. You pretty much have from the day you buy them to, the next week, and they rot
it's
again.
Sunday to Sunday.
That's stressful. Because I was like, why don't you just stockpile them and then get the best price for them when that comes? She's like, you can't do that.
Last week I had a bad week. I bought them at 90 a piece, and the highest it ever went to sell was 81.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I had a bad week last.
What about you, Bobby? What'd you do this week?
Not a whole lot. Just kind of sat at home and chilled and played some Xbox. That's about it.
That was fun. Madden, that's it?
Yeah, kind of just watched some Netflix, caught up on some stuff. Just caught up on some animes,
What was that show you were watching?
Tiger King.
What show? Me or Yeti?
You, Bobby Hill. You were watching an anime when I told you about the two that we were watching this week.
Yeah, I was watching Parasite and
Before that. Oh, look, you decided to join our freaking thing.
Fuck off, you're gonna have to wait a minute.
You're fine. Ruining everything.
I said so.
Gosh.
Right back.
Oh my god.
I mean, I was watching Samurai Shampoo. Oh, Kigan Ashura.
Kigan Ashura? Is that what it was? And you watched Baki also this week.
Yeah, I finished Baki a few days ago, though.
Have you seen Baki yet, Yeti?
I have not. It's on my queue. I just haven't gotten.
I mean, if you're really into it's they could have done a better job with Baki, but I mean, it's not that great. I'll say that it's not that great.
I'll check it. I watched the old Baki the Grappler, so I kind of want to watch it to compare it to new ones.
Yeah, I told him there was
started already?
Yeah, we started. We were tired of waiting for you, so I just said he'll join whenever.
Bitch!
Yep, that's
Hi,
what.
Brandon.
This is how this goes. We were worried
What's up,
you were
Bobby?
gonna get in a drunken stumper.
I
And
drank
Uno again.
one time and he starts talking shit. I literally drank once in the very bluest of moons, and this motherfucker's like, you gonna get drunk? Again?
But I had to turn off Keegan Ashura for one scene in that whole show, and I was just like, nope, this shit's got to go the fuck off.
Brandon, you gotta get a beanie.
Why do I need a beanie, dickhead?
Well, I'm wearing one. Yeti got one on right now. I noticed. So, I think I should just be our thing that we all just wear beanies.
I've got one, and I'm wearing one right now, but you can't see that.
That's nice to know. We don't even know what you look like.
Well, my camera on my phone's it's not broken. It just won't let me show my face on.
He looks a lot like
It's
this.
not broken. He just won't let him show his face on Discord. That's fun. Wait. Show me again. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. You gotta show the entire people who are watching, unless he hasn't started yet, which I feel like he...
Yeah, we're already in it.
I wish you could just crop this face over body.
We can!
I'm totally gonna... Actually, I'm just gonna, take a picture of Bobby Hill. And just
No, all you do is just, have him go to his profile and change his viewing, like his picture and people view him on as Wario would be fine.
Dude, that's
That's
what
what
we
it
should
always.
do. Bobby, change your picture.
Oh, my Discord picture?
Yes.
Yeah, make it Wario.
No, thanks. I'm not doing all that.
You have to, since
My,
you can't figure out how
my-
to use your thing.
Well, I mean, I'll put my face on my Discord, but I'm not putting it as Wario, you stupid idiot.
Gosh.
That's
you
the
do it as
whole
Bobby
point, you
Hill.
stupid idiot.
My Google account logo or picture is Speed Racer, and when I was renting from my old landlord, where I paid him through PayPal, and the first time I sent him payment, he was like, "Are you Speed Racer?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, that's me.
I have the whole manga right here. I really like Speed Racer.
So what have we talked about so far? Because I know these douchebags probably just talked about sports.
No one talked about. Well, Bobby did before the podcast.
Animes.
So
Sorry.
currently we've been talking about what anime stuff outside of the 2 shows that we watched this week. Did you watch or play or do or anything pop culture related?
All right, so I got this. I'll set the bar real high, real fast. You guys ready?
Yep.
If my internet wants to load. This is the issue I was having before, by the way. That's why I said I hadn't connected yet. For some odd reason, my 5G just shuts off. I have 2G just fine, but my 5G just shuts off.
It's a
So I'm playing.
Spectrum.
No, it's the router. I gotta get a new router. I know the router is trash. I didn't say Spectrum routers were fantastic. I don't speak for the company or any of that noise.
Well, it's not gonna let me change my profile.
But Gilpnir episode 4 came out, and Tower of Gods episode 4 came out, and Tower of Gods episode 4 was the fucking shit. Like it's like slowly progressing, and you're seeing like cool powers and shit. You know, the first episode was like the hook, line, and sinker because the main character almost dies at the very fucking beginning, which never happens, you know. But
Yusuke Urameshi died in the first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho.
He is right.
that's not what I
That
mean.
is
Is
so
the main
true.
character doesn't change like that. But nevertheless, first episode it hooks you. Second episode, it's like, all right, everyone's got powers. The third episode, it's like, all right, everyone's cool, but these guys are badass. And then the fourth episode was just like, get the fuck out of my way.
That is something we could actually
Straight up.
talk about. Is like, first episode deaths and stuff like that. Like Attack on Titan. When Eren died, I almost stopped watching right then.
No, fuck that. When his mom died,
I
I
think
thought Aaron died like the third
dude,
or
his
fourth.
mom was straight up like, I got this.
it was
and
like
then he
the
was
third
like,
episode or something like that.
what, the
But then
mom
he was
death
dead
or?
for multiple episodes. Like
Yeah.
he just wasn't there for a long time.
Dude, I got pissed off, and I had to literally spoil it for myself.
I started watching Blue Exorcist. I don't know if it's any good or not, though.
That is
Okay,
good.
so the only downfall of Blue Exorcist is because I don't want to read the manga of that. I want to wait till the next season comes out. There's only one. It ends on a really fucking hard cliffhanger that'll make you go, fuck, I want more. But it is a really good show.
Have you watched the second season, Brandon?
Of what?
Of Blue Exorcist?
I watched all the way. Bobby, mute and deafen yourself.
Oh, I don't care if you spoil it. I just started.
I
it.
watched all the way till they meet his father, and then his father bitches out. That's
See-
where it stops on wherever.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
haven't,
see, I'm only on episode like 2, so I haven't learned any of that shit yet. So you're good.
yeah, so you haven't seen second season. So the last 4 episodes of the first season, they pretend never happened. So like the brother also becoming what we both know he is, does it actually happen?
So they ruined the second season?
Well, they don't ruin it, and it's kind of weird. It's a filler season. Like they go off to like this, like, you know how like all like high school animes, they have to like go to a school or go to like some
Yeah.
vacation together or something like that.
Like My Hero's doing right now.
Exactly. it does that for an entire season, and they're just like, yeah, this stuff didn't happen. So I guess the anime got ahead of the manga, kind of like a Dragon Ball Super thing. And
No, that's a Tokyo Ghoul thing.
well, yeah, and a Tokyo Ghoul thing, but you know,
Anybody that knows Tokyo Ghoul, this is the prime example. If it's as bad as you say it is, because it sounds like it's good, but it's bad. Am I getting that feel?
yeah.
So Tokyo Ghoul is the exact same thing. If you watch season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul, you'll go, okay, this ain't bad. Then you'll watch season 3 and be like, what the? Because 2 ends with Kaneki basically suiciding, and then 3 comes back with him alive again, and it's like. But in the manga, he literally doesn't die or suicide or any of that fucking shit. And everything besides the suicide is all in the manga. So their suicide was their ending the anime before they got approval to continue. It's fucking hilarious. Like, basically what happens, Arima, which is the most badass CCG member, he's half cool, but he didn't get a Kangun, the fucking blah blah blah. He didn't get all that. So he fights for the CCG. They made him to fight like that. He stabs all the way through from the eyeball to the back of the head of Kaneki. Well, ghouls regenerate, but everyone knows, just like in Deadpool, you shoot Deadpool in the head, he forgets his memory. Same concept with Wolverine and all that other shit. Same thing happens with Kaneki. That's why he becomes a CCG member at the start. He loses all his memory, and then when he starts to regain his memory, Arima teaches him how to be the most badass fighter. But then he gains back everything and is like, well, I can unite all the world. Like, nigga, this is not a well, what's that movie called? Avatar.
But when we needed him most, the Avatar did.
Not the Avatar. I'm talking about Avatar with the Indians.
That was great.
The Avatar was a letdown in and of itself. The only thing that was cool about that entire movie was when he actually awakened the Avatar ability and he fucking made a tsunami, and then everything else was like, come on, he goes to the fish and the fish is like, fuck off, mate. I love how he can't even answer because he knows I'm right.
True.
Like, even his name. Like, that's why I can't watch dubbed anything. And it's not that it's bad. The translation kind of annoying, but it's the same thing when you translate into English. You're still gonna miss some shit. What's bad is when you have a guy named Aang, the Avatar, and then he goes into American language and goes, Ong, where are you? Ong, I've missed you.
For one, I don't blame American movies. I blame M. Night Shyamalan. That's the only person I blame. He did not look at his material. He's amazing. But he I'm not going to watch all those episodes. I'm just going to see the first episode, go, that's what's going on here, and then not watch another thing on it.
And then who do you blame for the Dragon Ball Z movie?
That thing was just god awful.
I'm gonna turn into a great ape, about 6'4", 400 pounds.
But here's the thing, that's different. You're talking about a Japanese anime being done by American movie people, whereas Avatar: The Last Airbender is an American show that should have been done by, I don't know, Nickelodeon. I don't even think Nickelodeon had anything to do with the movie, to be honest.
Probably I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't even remember, seeing a tag.
It may have had the Nick Films logo, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You looked on screen, you see the blimp in the background, like, Nickelodeon.
It's like back here, like the Nickelodeon splash marks, up here in the corner.
Yeah.
It's like a watermark in the corner. You can't copy us.
They should have just slimed someone in the movie, and just like that should have been our hint
That's-
that Nickelodeon had
The end-
something.
the end-
to do
the
with
end
it.
of-
Slime
end of the movie.
Fire Lord.
At the end of the movie, Ong just slimes the Fire Lord. Like,
Yep.
yeah, you're in Nickelodeon. But I mean, in Dragon Ball Z, they could have fixed it all. They could have fixed it all. You know what they could have done?
Mr. Piccolo.
End of the credits. End of the credits, right? All the Dragon Balls are here, and then they summon the dragon and fix everything they.
All right, Yeti. For what I wanted to say yesterday on the podcast, but we couldn't air it because someone was getting drunk playing Uno. Don't want to name no names or anything. I wanted to talk Piccolo really quick. So, I've been playing through Kakarot, and I just got to the point where Piccolo fused with Kami, right? Alright. I don't know where Dragon Ball Super went wrong, but like we all see Piccolo has not stopped training. He's continued to train, right?
Yeah.
So please tell me why when Piccolo fought Frost in the Universal Tournament between like Universe 7 and 6, why couldn't Piccolo beat Frost? Because
He could.
At that point, Piccolo was stronger than Vegeta or than Frieza and Super Saiyans, but for some reason Frost was stronger. Because you remember Vegeta made him have to tap out.
No, Vegeta didn't make Piccolo tap out. If you remember, Frost is about to lose, and then he cheats.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't catch him. No, they don't. He cheats against Goku first. And then they're like, wait, what the fuck? How did I lose? And then he cheats against Piccolo in the next round. The next round is when the Space Patrol catches him because he's like, my eyes are the best. I see everything. And I can see a shining, pointy thing on his arm. And then the judge is like, what the fuck? And the other god, I forget what the fuck his name is. Seventh.
Mm-hmm.
No, not seventh. What, ninth, whatever. The fat god. He was like...
Kaba. No,
Yeah,
Kaba's
like,
the Saiyan from
Wait.
Universe 7 or 6.
Yeah, no. The fat god, nevertheless.
Champa.
Champa's bitching a fit saying that his teammate would never cheat. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
And then they finally look at the body and they find that he actually has a needle that's technically a weapon hidden inside of his body. It's part of his body, but he didn't expose it to everybody, so they counted it as a weapon and he got disqualified.
Yep.
Then he tried to tell the gods to fuck off, and Champa basically kicked him the fuck out.
But yet, still before the fight started, Piccolo said he'll try his best and doesn't expect to win. Like, he literally counted himself out before the match.
He was being honest because you have to remember, just like with Goku, not Goku, Gohan when he was fighting, what was his name? Rabbit, from the troop.
The guy that he had
Torpo.
I don't remember the rabbit's name.
Big-eared rabbit dude.
Yeah, I know.
Gohan
Garrus's
basically
brother.
told him, I'm fucked. Yeah, he was like, Gohan basically told him, I'm fucked.
Yep.
And then he fought anyway.
Yep.
Piccolo was just looking out for himself because of the fact that he didn't know what the universe was going to bring. And then if Goku just lost, that'd make me a little speculum. I'm just going to say.
I don't know.
But Goku never even got a chance to go blue on Frost.
I feel like they should have just let Piccolo beat him. And like
The problem is, after the Buu saga, or during the Buu saga, they make this man become a babysitter, and they don't let him do anything.
Yep.
And that's the problem.
I mean, that was even during the Buu saga he was that. Like, if you
I know, like, in
he was
Cell Saga, he's a
babysitting
badass.
Gotenks.
He was training Gotenks.
He was babysitting.
Yeah, but that's all he does.
He didn't train nothing.
Babysit and train. But in Cell Saga, Cell is made of the 4 strongest fighters known to the world at that point.
Piccolo,
Vegeta,
Goku,
Frieza, and Piccolo.
Vegeta, and Frieza.
And Piccolo, top 4. And then in Buu Saga, he's babysitting.
Well, yeah, but you have to also remember, the top 4 got trump carded real hard. When Trunks showed up, Gohan turned Super Saiyan 2, and then Krillin actually was able to fight correctly.
This went
But
off.
that's still, when Cell was created, the 4 strongest, Piccolo was in there.
Yeah, but you got to remember also,
Piccolo probably shouldn't have been in there.
He probably-
Just say Krillin fought all 4 stages of Cell and did not die.
Alright, hold on. Are you trying to say that Krillin was stronger than Piccolo?
At that time, maybe. The fucker fought all 4 forms.
No, that's
all
no.
4
I'm
forms.
a huge Krillin
Alright.
fan, and I can say that's a load of bullshit.
He fought the second form Cell on the airplane, right?
No, he fought the first form Cell on ground
No.
with Piccolo.
First form
Before
Cell
Piccolo
is the
went off by
cocoon.
himself.
Cocoon.
No, first form Cell was not the cocoon. First form Cell was with his really skinny body and the wings where he was flying around doing jack shit.
No,
It's the one that ate Piccolo's arm.
that's second.
Yeah.
That's second form. First form is the cocoon, because that's how he was able to do the get in the time machine, was to shrink back to his first form, which was the cocoon. Second form is technically the
Oh, okay, so he
Yeah.
fought second, third, and fourth form because
Yeah.
no one really fights
no
first
one.
form.
No one fights first form. That's not a fighting form or anything like that.
That makes sense.
Um,
But he did fight all 3 and survive.
all right, but
Piccolo
can we
died.
talk real quick about this, right? So he fought second form, Cell on the plane, right?
Yep.
And it was him running the entire time. Think about it. He jumped on the plane to get away from Cell, so Cell did sense his energy. Then he had to use solar flare to get away from Cell, so he could flee.
Didn't he cut him in half too, though?
No. And then he
Like-
turned into Imperfect Cell and fought him alongside 17, 18, and freaking 16, which 16 was supposed to be just the same level as where Goku was at that time. So
Which
he
he
had
wasn't, obviously.
those 3 fighting Cell with him, and then Vegeta showed up and whooped him. And he fought a Cell Jr. and didn't do nothing.
Cell Jr. was at the same level, according to both the manga and the anime, as Cell.
That's not true.
That's what they said.
Because Vegeta and Trunks were doing good. But
Vegeta
everyone...
and Trunks were still getting their ass kicked because if you remember, Goku's on the floor. Vegeta
Yeah.
is like pinned backwards.
But they were
and
getting
then
ambushed
Trunks is getting his
where
ass stomped.
Krillin was taking them on one by one. Same with Yamcha and Tien.
And they fucking survived.
And everyone else was getting ganged up on. You're forgetting that.
That's the point, though. I mean, the stronger units need ganged up on. That makes sense.
So you're saying Piccolo needed to get ganged up on? Because if I remember correctly, you were just saying Krillin was probably stronger than him.
I don't remember Piccolo getting ganged up on. He had one person, just like Krillin did.
Because you remember Piccolo had one of them behind him holding him down, and the other one was punching him in the stomach.
These are facts. These are true facts.
But I still stick with the point of Krillin.
Is the strongest human. I'll give you that.
He's the
Okay,
strongest
He
human,
is
for
the
sure.
Krillin is the strongest human,
fuck Tia
but
and the
he
alien.
is
Fuck Tarzan.
nowhere near even close to Piccolo's level. I'm a huge Krillin fan. I love the
Actually,
shit out of Krillin.
actually, you wrong though, because
What?
in Super he proves he's there.
Well, the episode's titled Krillin the Strongest Human.
But yeah, but he proves he can handle Krillin, Piccolo, when Goku and Krillin fight Piccolo and Gohan.
Nope, you're thinking
And
of
then-
Tien and Goku versus Gohan and Piccolo.
I thought it was Krillin.
No.
When did Krillin fight Go?
And
One of
Tien
them.
got destroyed. You
Tien
think about
sucked
it.
and
He
so did
got
Piccolo.
mopped.
To be completely honest, Piccolo sat there charging a fucking special beam cannon, and then you had Tien over here like tri-beam, and then everyone else is getting into an actual fight.
Dude, Gohan went nuts on both of them. Like, that made me so hyped. That was the dopest fight ever. Like, Gohan just like, yeah, I'm just gonna knock this dude out. Tien's like definitely pushing about 50 right now, maybe 60, but I'm still gonna just hit him like no other. Like,
Well, Goku told him to go all out,
Yeah.
and when Gohan didn't go all out, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Goku like punched him in the stomach and made him lose his win for.
vice versa. Gohan got mad at Goku because he wasn't. going
Oh,
all
yeah, that's
out.
right, that's
Yup.
right, that's right. He got all pissed because he wasn't taking it seriously.
He hit him in the stomach and then blasted him with a ki blast, dude. I was like, okay, Gohan's serious.
This is why you don't argue with Christian on Dragon Ball Z. You just let it go.
Well, no, I'm not incorrect. I'm just what's the word I'm looking
Getting
for?
stuff
Dyslexia.
mixed up, yeah.
Yeah, dyslexia is kicking
Yeah.
in, but it's like bad.
Have you guys read the manga? Oh, sorry.
When
Yeti.
did this become a Dragon Ball Super episode.
Oh, you haven't
No,
seen
no,
it?
no.
Yeah, it got super intense.
What?
Okay,
It's when they're
okay,
training
let's-
for the
Let's
tournament.
slide off to something else. We gotta slide off something else because we're stuck on Dragon Ball Z and that's bad.
Yep.
We're supposed to be talking about all anime. Fuck.
But yeah, that's it. And if you guys haven't caught
Um,
up on the manga, you should read the manga on the Tournament of Power, because holy cow, they change a lot of stuff up. So the stuff that happened in the anime is kind of weak sauce compared to the stuff that happens. Like they have like Kefla, the person that takes out Kefla is actually Gohan. Goku's sitting there about to fight her, like them fused, and Gohan shows up. He goes, "Dad, let me take this." And he takes out her. And actually, Gohan never went ultimate and beat her, where Goku was powered up to blue already and had to beat her like that.
No, he beat her in instinct.
So like, yeah, in Instinct they had Goku beat Kefla, and in the manga, Gohan didn't even power up the ultimate. So
But I
like,
honestly
there's
think-
a lot of cool stuff in the manga.
I'll say this before we swap off. I think the reason why they did it that way, it's to give him a little more placement in Instinct. Because if they would have just went like, all right, Jiren's next fight against Goku is Instinct,
Mhm.
everyone would have been like, how is he almost full Instinct and he's only done it one other time?
Well,
So when he opens it up with Kefla, it kind of gives you like he got further into it.
wait until this new arc, you'll see. Like literally, what he's done with Ultra Instinct is like taking a piece of hair out. Is like, because they've actually had it where there's like, it's not like where there's Super Saiyan level 1, level 2 and stuff like that, but it's kind of like if you think about Rock Lee's gates, where like he has all these different gates and like you can open them up individually and they'll help him in certain ways, is kind of how this is. So like in that, he was using just one of the gates to do it. It's really cool how they're doing it with this new arc.
That kind of sounds like the way they did it with Heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you've seen Heroes is pretty legit. It's not. Don't get all hyped up about it because it's not the best in the world, but it does take a lot of stuff that they don't really mention or like that people want to be canon and put it in there even though it's not. And they do that with Ultra Instinct because he unlocks it and he shows up with what's his name's
Whis'
Angel.
dad.
Yeah, shows up, gets teleported, and he's like, "I'm gonna handle this from here." And he goes, "Okay, you got this. Just don't die," and then leaves.
Yup.
And then he goes like in a fucking instant while talking to Ace is like, I'm just gonna go fucking Ultra Instinct.
Yeti, have you seen Heroes?
No.
All of them are on YouTube. You can literally watch them all. They're all subbed. It's good. They're short. They're like 9 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, they're like, for when they're at cons, like in Japan, they're doing like
Yeah.
they're showing that as like promotional
What
for
exactly
the
is
game.
Heroes?
It's a series. Like they have a season 2 coming out. It was supposed to be this year. It
Like,
just
what's
wrapped
it
up in
about?
January.
So I'm gonna throw out another anime we probably should watch.
What's Heroes about though?
It's just like fan
It's-
service.
It's all the fan service combined into one.
Yep.
Okay, that's kind of dope. I might have to
Yeah.
check it out.
The anime I am looking at, which I'm trying to pull up on my thing. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Is it? Why is there a 2? Is there a 1?
Oh.
Well, I found this. So, my wife and kids got me into that TikTok, and I found it on TikTok, and the video was dope as shit. It's called UQ Holder.
Don't think I've heard of it.
So here, I'll post the name in the Discord here. Oh, we lost some. There it is. There's the name.
My shit froze. I had to.
All I did was watch a video of that shit, and I lost my shit. I was like, dude, this is fucking dope. Hold on,
UQ Holder Mahau Sensei Negamatu.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it up on my TikTok so you guys can watch the video and tell me what you think. Hold on. I'll put it in the
What was that
Discord,
anime
obviously.
you told me to watch again with the mixed martial arts stuff or the kung fu stuff?
Found it.
The one I told you about.
Yeah.
Kenshi, the Mightiest Disciple.
I
need to watch that.
Yeah, Kenshi's dope.
All right, let's see. Discord.
I don't know. I've been into fighting animes recently, so I've just been looking into that shit.
You should watch Hajime no Ippo. It's just boxing. It's good as fuck.
I know what you're talking about. There's one that's what's it called? Like he's like everyone's got martial arts and the main character's a boxer, and he's a badass motherfucker. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, that's
I think he's talking about Baki.
Yeah, that's Baki. That shit. I've seen some videos of that, and I
It's
watched a
not
little
that
bit of
great.
episodes here and there. I was like,
I
oh.
didn't like
Dude,
it.
I like the story, but here's the thing. So, like, this is a death tournament is what it's supposed to be. So it's like fight to the death, right? Well, here's the thing. You have people getting lit on fire. You got people getting their fucking skin ripped off. And, like,
Hands
literally,
cut off and
it
shot in the
pans
face
off.
with a gun.
Yeah. Literally pans off to another scene, and then the next scene, you see the dude walking out of the hospital fine. Like, oh, no big deal. Like, no one's dying, but supposedly,
this one dude
everyone should.
Fights this guy, takes a bullet to the fucking head, and beats the shit out of the guy and still lives. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There you go, Christian. You can
Sorry
play that
for
on
the language
your
on
stream.
Facebook.
You can play that on your stream. That's the TikTok. It is fucking lit.
Like I said, I started watching Kenja Kengu. Can't pronounce it. I think it's. Hold on, it's on my. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll let.
So when should we start talking about the homework?
We're about to in a second.
Oh, we have homework. Fuck you guys.
Oh,
It's literally the homework
Kengan
that you've been doing all
Ashura
week.
is a one I started watching. That's about fighting as well. But one scene in that whole show literally screwed it all up for me, and I didn't watch it anymore.
You get the hang of this.
Like literally, this one scene, like one of his arch rivals comes up and sees him, and he's just like, "Hey, if I ever have the pleasure of fighting you and you beat me, I'm gonna freaking come all over myself." I was just like, "What the hell am I watching right now?"
Oh shit. Oh, they boxing.
Just watch. It escalates quick as shit.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know what fight scene this is or when this happens, but damn.
And it's furry
Is it Baki
related?
the grappler, or
And
is
it's
it just
furry
regular
related.
Baki?
No, this is the UQ holder, but I can only find 2. So I don't know if that means second season or if that's just what it's called. So I'll have to start watching it and tell you guys, I guess. But he knocks him the fuck out. And then it's straight up like, it's like watching season 4 of 7 Deadly Sins. Fucking, what's his name? Just like, yeah, alright, that's cool. My turn.
Yeah, that looks
Dude,
pretty
7
dope.
Deadly Sins
Yeah, did you
is
see
fucking
that?
amazing.
What?
Did you see the clip from TikTok?
No, it won't play on my end, but
That's right,
it's
you're
fine.
going from your phone. It actually
Yeah.
looks pretty dope. Alrighty, so let's get
I'll
it.
watch it. I'll watch it post.
I got you. Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
Alright, so let's get into what we watched this week.
There you
So
go.
we're reviewing Parasite first. Oh, what the heck did he do? Oh, he's showing you his screen.
Oh, okay.
It's just black right now, though, for some reason.
I can see it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
What the heck just happened?
Man, I get so hyped up with just rapid punches, and I don't know why.
we lose Brandon?
See,
Oh, you guys still watching it?
like he straight up, he does some what's his name from Seven Deadly Sins? Main character, fucking blonde-haired dickhead. Meliodas, yeah. He's just like, oh, you cut my heart out? That's cool, bitch. Sorry, what were we talking about?
I was letting you guys watch it. It won't let me see it.
Oh, he finished. So.
Cool.
I just streamed it off my end.
Alright, so let's go to the show we're reviewing. Parasite, the Maxim. Who wants to go first?
Alright, let's go with the hater.
Me?
You're the only one that didn't like it out of the group, so.
I did not like it. It's not so. Okay, first of all, animation is fine. It's top quality. Theme song's great because it's sung by Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. But what's the main character? Shinichi? Is that the main character?
Yeah.
I don't like it, and it's a problem. Like, if I can't get invested with the main character, it'll just drag, because they're the person I'm following. And it's not that he was annoying. He's not Shinji from Evangelion by any stretch of the imagination.
The blonde-haired guy from Demon Slayers?
I actually don't have a problem with him because he's not the main character.
And that's like just a background character.
He's
Yeah,
like
background
the
crybaby.
Kuwabara
Yep.
of their crew. So, but I know I watched 7 episodes the first time, and it got to the end of it, and my girlfriend asked me, well, what's happening in that? 'Cause she hasn't watched it with me. And she was like, so what's going on in the anime? And I told her the main premise is that there's like an invasion, and they take bodies or parts of bodies like, I realized I was not paying attention, like, at all. I just wasn't invested. And I don't know if it's just because I had to watch it or what. I don't know, but I couldn't stay invested. But I tried. I think I ended up watching 9 episodes, but I can't remember. I laughed once.
The hardest
part where I can't even remember what his hand is named, but there's a part where his hand is talking and he wants it to shut up, so he runs it under cold water, and it's like, Shinichi, that's cold, and it's the only time I like chuckled at all was him yelling at him for the cold water. Like, other than that, no, I got nothing.
His hand's name is Miki.
Getting through like the cold-hearted, not really emotional character is a difficult thing for most people because they're expecting that main character to like give them all that fluidness. But then when you watch it, so you got his mom dies because she gets killed by one of the parasites, and he goes off the fucking walls to kill this one. And that's when it starts to really escalate because his emotions aren't coming back. He's just controlling his own give fuck.
Yeah, that's when he gets anime hair.
Yeah. Well, then it gets like really like drama related because of the fact that one of the parasites is like, I want to be a human, and has a kid with another parasite.
Yeah.
And I think it's like episode 10 or 11. She gets killed, giving the main character Shiichi the kid, like protecting the kid, and then hands it over.
Episode 17 would be when she dies.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's a lot longer than I remember, but I do remember
it's like
watching
right towards the end, Brandon.
Ah, okay. Well, once that happens, she's telling him to be careful because there's a bigger, badder motherfucker around the world. You find out the president was never a fucking parasite. He was a human trying to help the parasites. And then that he had like
Governor,
created
not a
the
president.
parasites.
I'm sorry, I have to keep correcting you.
I'm sorry. What?
Who's
I didn't hear what
governor,
you said.
not a president?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I enjoyed the anime, so I paid attention.
I enjoyed it. I just didn't pay that much attention because it was one season of. That's.
Oh, and the body horror is really good, but after like 3 episodes, you just get used to it, so it stopped being shocking.
It gets badass because the last guy he fights has 3 or 4 parasites inside of one body,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit gets real dope.
Oh, it gets nut.
Basically, you see him fight for the first time, and he kills an entire like room of gang members, like they didn't even exist. And then when he walks out, this last guy's like, "You're gonna regret this," and all this other stuff. He kills him and just walks out.
Oh, it was like the military or the police. It was the police that he killed.
No, I'm talking about when he goes into the warehouse.
You're right. Yeah, when he goes in the warehouse, he kills all those gang members for like.
He kills all the gang members. The last gang member's like, "You're gonna regret this. We're all gonna come after you," and he just kills. He doesn't even give a fuck. He's like, "Yeah, go ahead, try." And he ends up fighting him, and no matter what he does, this guy just continuously catches up to him the entire. It's dope as shit. I do hate the ending though, because
I didn't like the ending because you. Go ahead, Brandon. I'm bad. My bad.
no, you're good. It's like the ending of the Bleach manga. Bleach
It
manga
really
ends
is.
with the main character in the Bleach manga and the main bad guy. The main bad guy has the ability to change fate. Even if he dies, he can change the fate of anything. So they completely obliterate him to the point where he's just blood cells on the ground, and he comes back. That's how strong the parasite, the main parasite at the end of this movie or show, I'm sorry, is. He's just death incarnate. You can't fuck. And they kill him because they put a disease in his system that's able to kill him.
Yeah.
From a rusty fucking nail or whatever.
In the trash.
Was.
In the trash.
Yeah.
Rewatching it, I will say this. Alright. We need to quit making excuses for terrible starts to shows. It should not take 12 episodes for you to get into something. Like, I mean,
agree.
like, you look at any TV show, right? You should be hooked on the first episode. Like, and that's the worst thing is I made that excuse for Arrow for the longest time. Like, oh, just skip the first season. Watch the second on. And it's like, we shouldn't have to do that. You know, like,
Right.
And they did a great job of, like, promoting Parasite when it came out. Like, Amazon had
It
this
was
huge
everywhere.
deal. Like, everyone hyped it up. And it's like, dude, you gotta wait until the freaking parents get cut for, like,
Yeah, the
him to
parents get
finally,
mutilated before he fucking
you know.
finally gets angry.
Yeah, and it's
That happened
like,
in like the 5th or 6th episode, man.
nah, I want to say I was like 8 episodes,
Yeah,
10
but
episodes
if
in.
you're watching, but if
It's like
you're watching
episode
week
like
to
6 or
week,
7. I'm pretty sure.
but if you're watching week to week, that's a month and a half of time you've dedicated.
Exactly.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
It
that's a
shouldn't take that
problem.
long for you. But like the thing is, I was hooked by like the second episode.
I mean,
See, I wouldn't say I was hooked on the second episode, but it definitely caught my attention to figure out what the fuck was going on. And like I said, what the ending was lackluster as fuck. Finding out why it was happening was also lackluster as fuck. The governor created the parasite to reform the world.
yeah.
That's
Boring as fuck. Like if they would have been aliens and you could have
Actually,
went to
the
a second
chick
season.
is the one who
Oh
actually
yeah.
created that five thing parasite.
No, not the 5 thing. I'm talking about the main parasite was created by that governor because he says, "I did this to change the world and fix the world and all this stuff."
Oh, you're right, yeah.
No, you're a waste of space. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, and I really feel like it's the formula, really. Like, you look at Naruto in the first few episodes. Like, Naruto, alright, so Naruto's this punky kid. We're gonna give him someone that's gonna, like, act like they like him, and then he's gonna beat him at the end of the episode. And they did that for, like, 10 episodes before he finally became a full-fledged ninja? Bleach, So he's gonna get become a part-time soul reaper, whatever the heck it's called. He's gonna have someone at the end of the episode. He fights him. That's it. And it's like tough to
But
get
at least,
into.
at least in Bleach, if you don't watch the filler, which I'll admit the filler is fucking horrendous. If you don't watch the filler in Bleach, it's dope as fuck to watch him fight. Unlike most of the fights that happen in other shows, Parasite, when they had the good fight scenes, were dope as fucking awesome to watch. Like the school fight scene where he fights the first Parasite. Holy shit!
The fights that I saw were really good. I'll give it.
The fighting in it's great. It's just the story is just too slow.
Bleach had the story and it had the fight scenes. You just had to get through the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time they were at school.
Yeah.
That's like Christian will back me up here. That's why I think Brandon's gonna get so mad. That's why I think Haikyuu might be the best sports anime ever made.
I've never seen sports anime, so I can't say I can get mad at that.
It is paced like a shonen anime, and every volleyball game is treated like a team fight versus a team fight.
Yeah.
Like everyone on Kurasano is good at something, and they're like, we need to use him to counter this thing that this guy on this other team can do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the main characters aren't always the answer, and it's really, really refreshing.
It's like pretend that Shikamaru is every character, and in this volleyball game, and like literally they're like, all right, I have to be this many steps ahead of the next person, and like it makes you think, and like it does like the Dragon Ball Z, like with the Frieza saga, where like literally these games would take episodes, and you're just like, oh my god, he can't lose, and like it puts actual pressure. Like you got seniors on this. This is their last chance to play volleyball. Like there's pressure.
Like Asta, he's like, if I lose, I don't get to play volleyball anymore.
It's dumb.
I'll be out of this senior year tournament. So,
well, that's like Black Clover. He's like, basically, I have to cover my own ass, and make sure everyone else covers their ass. Because if they don't, I have to cover my own ass. Like, but Asta doesn't look at it that way. It's more like his brother looks at him that way.
Dude. Parasite.
Asta basically just looks at, I'm gonna throw myself in there. If I die, fuck it.
Yeah. Parasite was kind of like American, like, cartoons, like, where it starts and it finishes, but the story continues in the next episode, is literally the thing. It's like, you knew by the end of that episode, whatever issues he was dealing with, he would have it solved by the end of the episode. And that was the disconnect, really, I feel, with the show, was...
That's why the last 10 are good.
Yeah. Yep, I'll give it that. The last 10 are a lot better. Exactly.
He doesn't have any of that fixed. He gets in the last.
Mom died. I feel like after his mom died, it got really, really good after that.
It did.
Yeah, his fucking
where
mom
he's
dies,
battling
and he's like,
with
"What do I
who's
do
taking
now?"
more control.
It's like
who's
he's
more
just like,
empowered.
I'm gonna kill every single one of these parasites because I fucking killed my mom. Like, he's just like, fuck them all, fuck the whole world.
Yep.
He loses like his feelings and everything. He's just like, fuck it all. I'm gonna fuck everything up.
It's because he got anime hair.
Yep.
He got the anime hair.
All right.
He doesn't have glasses anymore.
Any more last thoughts on this? I mean, I'll give it a solid 6. Like, it's not a bad show. Damn it, Bobby.
So here, I got this rating.
I'll give it a 7.5 because I'll give it a 7.5.
I got this rating. I got this, guys. Story 2. Backstory 4. Fight scenes 10. Everything fucking else about a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The story wasn't that great, but like everything else was not that bad.
I'm tempted to just start, because I know the backstory now, to just start on the episode where he finds out that his mom dies and watch forward and see if I can stay more invested.
You will, I guarantee.
I don't deny you will because, okay, so remember how I told you there's an anime called Imo no Kuni no Alice? And in the first 3 episodes of the anime, which the only 3 episodes that exist, it goes from 3 main characters to 1 main character. Like, it's that fast. Like, bitches just die off. And that's what really hooked me on the manga. But it's the same way with Parasite. Once his mom dies, it goes from boring and okay, he can't control his emotions. There's no emotions there too. I'm gonna murder fucking everybody. Get the fuck out of my.
Like he becomes a super badass and loses all emotions. Like he can't cry. Like like the only thing he has is mad and rage because his mom died.
Oh yeah, that one bitch dies. That one bitch dies, and the boyfriend shows up. Like, you didn't even shed a tear, and he goes, "Because I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, he's just like,
what?
I don't care. Like this boy saw so much death and he couldn't even cry or show any emotion for it whatsoever.
I do think it's lame that he loses his glass.
Yeah, well, because
You only think it's lame because you wear glasses,
Miki,
bitch.
We don't
Miki
have
the
enough main characters in anime with glasses.
If you
the
notice,
parasite
from
like
Samurai Champloo.
increases his. I'll tell you this: the parasite had it because his mom. So his mom killed him. Basically, well, the parasite mom killed him, and so Miki basically enhanced all his abilities. Like he has enhanced hearing, strength, and speed.
I think the glasses metaphor with him losing them had a lot to do with like it showing the attachment to the alien was evolving. Like it was getting stronger, the two were, so he didn't need glasses anymore because he had the alien strengthening him as a person. So like I feel like it was like a Spider-Man effect. Spider-Man got bit by the spider. Spider-Man didn't need glasses anymore and he got muscles.
With great power comes great responsibility.
and that
Hey,
comes
don't
along
you dare
the
mock
lines.
Spider-Man.
Hey.
Spider-Man is an idol of mine.
That comes along the lines with the same thing we could say about when he starts losing his emotions. Before his mom and dad die, they notice something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
His girlfriend notices something's wrong. The chick he meets later on after the train scene goes, "You're not fucking human." Like, it starts to progress to the point to where every cell in his body is changing, and that's why another reason I hated the ending.
Yep.
Dude,
I'm not giving away the ending,
I'm not
but
gonna lie, the ending pissed me off. I was just like, why do you end it like this? Like, why? What the fuck is this shit?
We'll keep that for, our listeners and all that.
and
Surprise.
this guy who's gonna start at like episode 10 and figure out what the fuck's going on.
You'll like it. Like I'm telling you, after his mom dies, I feel like you will enjoy it because that's when I started liking it too. Because I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. Let's see what happens.
I saw that episode. I saw Shinichi get stabbed through the heart, and I saw his hand turn into a heart and climb into his body, and I stopped watching. I was just like, ah.
No, that's a really cool scene though, because the next episode he's literally trying to bring him back to life. It's dope as
Well, I saw that because I saw him come back to life and get anime hair, and I was like, and I don't remember anything from the rest of the episode.
But yeah, I can agree with Christian and Brandon Dillon on this. The first few episodes up to that point, the storyline fucking sucks.
But
But
you see,
after that, it gets progressively better, and you learn more about the character as it goes on. You learn more about like the connection between him and the parasite a lot more after that.
I'm gonna say this.
Better.
With where we're at right now, a lot of high-end animes that everyone's watching, Fire Force, My Hero, Black Clover's still kind of going. I mean, nothing really serious is happening yet. Let's see what else we got. Demon Slayer,
Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone. All of those are on hiatus right now because they're waiting for the next season to come out. Right now is your perfect moment to watch something that will not catch your attention in the first 5 to 10 episodes because it will give you something to do. That's why I mentioned like Giltnir. Giltnir's first episode is kind of boring. The second episode, you're like, what the fuck just happened? And now it's on the 4th episode. Same thing with Tower of Gods, but Tower of Gods literally hooks you first episode. It goes, everybody's dead.
Alright, so before we move on to our next topic, I want to drop a bombshell real quick. So whatever viewership we're about to have, we're about to lose. Because I'm tired of giving My Hero a pass. They are a seasonal anime. Tell me why we get one hype part. It's about 4 episodes long. a season, and then the rest of the show is a filler for the rest of the season. It has this build up, in the middle it meets, and then it just declines for the rest of the season.
Oh my god, that's
And then it hypes
I'm
it back
glad
up at
you
the end.
mentioned something about that, Christian, because that shit pisses me off more than anything with My Hero.
Yep.
Like, makes me so mad because I agree with you 100%. Like, it has those first 4 episodes that are so rock solid good, and then just falls apart at the end of it.
Yep.
I think this last season gets a pass though because the first half with Overhaul was so heavy that they needed this like fun, chill school festival thing to like all right, calm down, it's fine.
You could say the same thing about the All Might and All for One fight though. That was dramatic. Like holy cow! I was like, I didn't know how to feel. Like that was a crazy little arc there, and then it just like. But I will say this is a nice filler here. But I'm tired of giving them a pass. Like, seasonal anime do not get that filler, pass. They are not allowed to have it. Even though I know the whole
Christian 100%.
fair
they should
thing
not get a pass no more. That's ridiculous.
is, like, actually a big arc in the manga. I'm not sure. But I'm just like, come on. Let's just keep moving. But that's...
I've seen way more filler, so it doesn't really bother me.
Nah,
I've seen much worse filler.
It's not bad filler, but I'm seeing a pattern. We're going up, and then we're coming down, and then we're
annoying.
ending.
Sure.
It's a Walking Dead type thing. Like
I feel like I feel like it's more annoying than anything. I'm the same way. Like I'm the same way with it, Brandon. It is. I don't care for fillers too much, but when it's over exaggerated all the time, like with My Hero Academia, it's just it's a more annoying than anything.
Yeah.
I haven't said a fucking word.
I know. Talk, brother.
Yeah.
No, it was the question mark was me saying when he said, "I know how you feel, Brandon."
He might have been talking to
whatever
Yeti.
you want to call him. Yeah. I was talking to Yeti.
Look, you gotta get the acronyms down, motherfucker.
Yep.
I'm not
call both
Brandon,
you
and he's
Brandon.
not Brandon.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Dylan, and then I'm just gonna call him Yeti. That works out best.
How about we just stick with the names we have, and then there we go.
Okay, whatever.
Wait, were you not here for the first episode? Never mind.
No.
that was a joke.
I passed out when you all were doing it. I had to go back.
He wasn't here for the first episode, so he knows nothing. I get it. I got it.
Yep. Alrighty.
I had to literally watch it while I was at work just to catch up on what y'all were doing. I was like, oh, I kind of like this. I want to be a part of it.
Alrighty, let's move on to our next topic. And this one was a bombshell. Freaking Beastars.
Amazing.
I couldn't get past the first 2 episodes. I'm sorry.
Shut up, Brandon.
I'm not kidding.
I knew you didn't give it a chance.
I loved it.
I did. I gave it 2 episodes of pure niceness. That and I have kids and a wife. It's kind of hard to watch movies.
It's awkward. With kids and stuff, it is awkward as hell to watch. But I'll tell you what.
Watch it after 8 p.m.
Yeah.
The problem I have is I have 2 days off. Unlike quarantine folks, I have 2 days off that I have to spend both my time with my wife and my kids. And to top that off, right now we have our nephew who's over because he's doing online schooling and is about to fail fucking junior year, and I'm kicking him in the teeth if he.
And to top that all off, Brandon has to play 20 hours of Dota every day. What?
I don't play Dota, dick.
Oh, I'm sorry, League.
But no, I like to get my little bit of stress out, and most of the time it involves 1 episode of an anime, which, as of lately, it's been Gilpnir, Tower of Gods, and the Black Clover episode that just came out. I watched all of those. I couldn't even watch Tower of Gods yesterday. I didn't have enough time. Well, no, not yesterday. 2 days ago. Yesterday I was drunk. 2 days ago, because I went to go watch it, and wife wanted to hang out, and the kids were still awake, so I just stayed out there, and I never got a chance to even get on my computer that much.
So what was it? Monday? We talked about the anime?
Yeah,
About
so I
that
had
being the
3
one that
days
we
to
watched.
watch episodes. I got 2 episodes out of those 3 days. Thank you.
I was able to watch both of them in 2 days.
Congratulations, you have no kids, no life. High five.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
with
just
Brandon
kidding.
there, but
I'm
I
just
will
kidding.
say this.
Oh
so,
shit, I was kidding.
So
Damn, you
we
really gotta
talked
put me
about
out
it
like that?
in the
Toby
group
Savage.
Monday afternoon while I was on lunch. We said those were the 2 shows we were gonna watch. Monday night,
Yeah.
I decided I was gonna start the first one. Brandon or Yeti, I messaged you 8 episodes in.
Yeah.
I was hooked, and I finished it that night. It was like 1 a.m. I finished it same night. Just binged the
Problem
whole
is
season.
though, you can do that because you sit in a van unless you have a call. And with this going on right now, it's probably pretty dead. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm talking about at home. I watched it. I sat in my room
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
watched
saying
it.
though. You
Yeah.
can go to bed at 1 in the morning when you
Yeah.
have work the next day and not give a single fuck. If I go to bed at 1 in the morning on a Tuesday night and then have to go into the shop to do a meeting, I'm gonna fall asleep in my fucking van.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing fucking phone meetings now. You know how boring that shit is? I have to listen to my I'm sorry if
Oh,
you
I
forget.
do too.
I'm not
I have to
making
listen to my
excuses for
boss
you.
on a phone.
I'm not making excuses for you. I'm more saying for me.
Oh no, I know.
And if you look at the chat right now, Kristen is literally saying you watched it in one night. It was at home. Like
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you
I
have the
watched it in 2
availability to do that.
Yeah.
You have the availability to get away with.
I'm saying I've not had an anime at least besides like Hakai and like Doctor Stone, even though I watch Doctor Stone weekly, that's really got me to the point where I sat down and I would not go to sleep until I finished it. Beastar is a great freaking story. Like the story is
God.
perfect. Like it was
amazing.
It's
story.
like they went and asked Hollywood
Overlord.
writers to freaking write this story. Like
So-
it was
Oh my God.
phenomenal.
The storyline was amazing.
Overlord
Like
is
I
a good
said,
example.
Like for the people watching, the way Christian put it to me is, if you can get over the fact that it's animals, it's not that bad of an
I'll be
anime.
right back, guys.
It's great. It's just there are some weird, uncomfortable parts in there, but it's not that bad. The storyline is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Great storyline.
So-
I love how the wolf becomes a fucking badass and takes out a whole shit ton of tigers to save one rabbit that he's
Lion.
in love with.
Lions. They're
Okay,
a
yeah,
pride.
I was wrong. Lions. Fights
Well,
these fucking
but-
lions and becomes a badass, and he's just like, hey,
Him and a
I'm gonna
one-eyed
save this
panda.
fucking rabbit. I'm gonna fuck these people up.
Like
Mhm.
the anime that did that for me that I can last remember, besides Parasite, because I had to like binge watch that to get through those episodes that sucked. To watch Overlord, you won't move. You'll click
Yeah.
next every fucking episode, and you'll go, where's season 2? And you'll do the same thing. You'll go, where's season 3? You'll do the same thing. And then you'll be sitting there like everyone else is right now and wondering where the fuck season 4 is.
That's how it was with Beastars. I was just like, I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes. I was like, I gotta find out what happens. Like, this story has got me hooked completely. Like, I have to figure out what's going on.
Have you seen Overlord yet, Bobby?
I haven't had a whole lot of time to. I'm still trying to catch up on Doctor Stone because I'm like 7 episodes behind on it. So I gotta like catch.
I'll
back
just
up
tell
on
you
that
now.
shit.
Catch up with that first, because if you start the first episode of Overlord, you won't stop until you're finished with the first season.
I need to
Oh my
give
God.
Overlord
And then
another
I finished,
chance.
I finished Samurai Shampoo.
What do you mean you need to give it another
Shampoo,
chance?
And oh my God, Christian, I understand why you love that anime so much.
It's super good.
It's
no, no.
so good. The storyline in it is so fantastic.
My
Champloo is
issue.
my favorite anime of all time. Like it's
Oh yeah, by far, absolutely. Top. It's top tier. It is top tier. I don't care what anybody says. It is top tier up.
What did you have issues with on Overlord, dude?
So just finished Sword Art Online, and I just started
Hate it.
watching Seven Deadly Sins, and Black Clover just came out, and I started something else, and I realized I'm burnt out on medieval shit.
Yeah, you haven't gotten far. You haven't gotten far enough to understand medieval shit. I promise.
I
'Cause it ain't
got
medieval
2
shit.
episodes
Seven
in,
Deadly
and
Sins
I'm
is amazing.
I'm
I don't care what nobody
gonna give it
says.
another
That anime is
chance.
Great.
Yeah, dude, rewatch that. That can be something we talk about next week because I don't even need to rewatch it. It's that thick in my head.
Is it on Netflix
Like,
or Hulu?
Hulu. You can watch it on Hulu.
Okay, I mean, if we can talk about it next week or this
Look,
weekend, I guess.
all I'm gonna
I'll
say,
watch it.
all I'm gonna say, because it's not a spoiler alert, when you can take a bad guy, basically like a minion, not even a mini boss, just a fucking minion. He takes the minion, picks it up by his hand, holds it up in the air. The bitch he just stabbed, he like already healed, and he's sitting there and he's like, "Oh, you're cute, slice." Just fucking squishes his head like he doesn't even fucking exist. Like, man, fuck it, purr.
Did Yeti give his opinion on Beastars?
No, go ahead,
That's
Brandon.
phenomenal.
Go ahead, Yeti.
One, I want to praise this show for making an anime about theater kids.
Yeah.
Because that's amazing. Like, that's actually amazing. Like, everyone's in drama or art club and they put on plays. Like, that's the main.
And they made it
thing.
look cool. Like,
And
it's
super cool.
literally
Like,
Glee in the anime. Like, they, like,
Basically.
honestly, I always say, okay, anime, they can make anything awesome. They literally made Glee cool. Like, and I'm like,
Basically.
what?
Legoshi, the wolf, the main character. The more I think about him, he might be my top 20 favorite anime characters.
He's dropped down. Because you were saying he was, like, almost your favorite. So he's dropped a little bit on
I
your list.
thought about it, and there's more that mean more to me. Legoshi's new; he can still climb, but I love every time you see him standing from the side, he's hunched, like he has horrible posture, and I think that's funny. But then when he goes into like wolf mode, he stands straight up because like everything becomes serious. So it's like a really good tell of what mood he's in.
I think season 2 is really going to go into some character development for him. Like, he's going to change a lot. Like,
mostly because
I think it's
season.
I think it's really going to focus on Legoshi and Haru.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they know about each other, so I think it's going to really focus on them, and I think that's cool. I'm interested to know what happens with Louis because he's missing.
Yeah.
He's the main star. He's like a movie star, but he's just a high school theater kid. But that's how he's revered.
We'll try to keep it
cool,
spoilerless as much as possible.
But
I mean, that's kind of like Zombieland Saga. My buddy wanted me to get into it, and I was like, this doesn't look cool at all. And then like the first episode was this chick getting mutilated and turned into a zombie, and then second episode you can't help but headbang because all the zombies play in a girl pop band in Japan, and they get like makeup up and shit, so they don't look like zombies. But half of them are just doing this during the music. It is fucking fantastic.
First appearance of this, like my opinion on trailer alone, I had no intentions of getting into this show. Like it definitely did not hit my radar whatsoever on something I would like. Like, awesome recommendation. One thing I would like to point out on it was how they made sure to, or their animals, right? Their characteristics as animals, they found a way to humanize that. So, like rabbits, they make babies. That's literally what they do. They populate. So, literally, the baby or the rabbit character was a slut. They made her a slut.
Yeah.
And then they found a way to make you understand why she's a slut, and instead of why and she like, because she's just like down to earth girl who like, you know, like you're just like, why is this chick a slut? Like she's more powerful, like she's strong headed, shit like that, but yet she just like lets everyone, you know, hey, come to town, you know, and it tells you why. Like, and I like that about it. Each character, all right, this one was a tiger, so let me do this with this tiger. This one's a wolf. He's a lone wolf, so of course he wants a bit.
It wouldn't
hang by himself.
She didn't have a tiger because Legoshi was her first carnivore.
Oh no, I'm saying more of just like.
Oh, I see. I got you.
About how like they made sure to
Yeah.
all right, their characteristics of, as a human is what they brought out, and I love that aspect of the show. I thought that was
Legosh's
super
a lone
cool.
wolf, so he's depressed because he doesn't have a pack.
Exactly. I loved that about the show.
I like the Oh, go ahead, Yeti. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine, brother. The world that they built is surprisingly thought out.
Yes.
Because anytime I would have a question, they'd answer it like that episode. It was
black market.
Surprising. Yeah, I was like, so there's carnivores, do they not eat meat? And then the school's like, nope, everything's made out of soy and stuff.
Yep.
But there's people that can go to the black market and find actual meat. And I was
eat
like,
people's
oh my
fingers, buy people's fingers to eat them.
Yeah, but literally, anytime I asked myself a question, it got answered in that with the next step. And
And I like what they did with it because they made all the animals be able to coexist with each other in kind of some sort of a perfect society, I guess. And I like what they did with that.
Zootopia vibes, but you're not gonna not make that comparison.
After this first season, I can't wait for season 2 because with Legoshi, they did such a good job with his character development all the way from episode 1 all the way to episode 12. Did such a good job to build his character so well that I can't so much. I cannot wait for season 2 to see how much more character development there's gonna be in the rest of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've heard. I haven't read forward the manga and I haven't read manga spoilers, but I've heard that Goheen the panda plays a much bigger role moving forward, and I think that's cool because I liked him a lot.
Dude, I can't tell you how hyped I got when he popped up at the end. Dude, I'm like, alright, there's no way he's going to let him just go by himself. You can't let him. And I'm like, no, they're not going to do it. And then I saw the arrow, and I was like, that's my dude. Let's go.
Bamboo arrows.
Oh my god, the panda was such a badass too. He came in to help Legoshi and just shot that one lion right in the freaking right in the chest with that shit. And I was like, yes, the panda came to help.
And I really think
there,
them making him
three of the motherfuckers.
That role, that character was with having that as a panda was super epic for the simple fact that pandas are looked at as carnivores, but they actually eat bamboo all the time. That's literally their favorite.
Pandas are supposed to eat meat, but they're too lazy, so they just eat bamboo.
Yeah,
dude, I can't wait for the rest of his character development either because even though he only had really 3 main ports in that whole anime, you see a huge character development in him out of 3 episodes he's in.
He's clearly been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I can't wait to see what they do with him because it was so good to see him as a character. So well done. Him as just, as a side character to help Legoshi out with everything was such a badass little character to have in there, and it was super well done.
Yeah. Oh, can we take a second to talk about that dope-ass opening?
Oh my god, that opening is so dope. Christian skipped it, so I had to send him the video of it.
Because the first episode, literally,
it's so good.
You could it skips it on the first episode,
so dope, bro.
And then on Netflix it just keeps skipping. So I was like, okay, I never got to see it.
Japanese hip hop with jazz music, and it's done with stop motion puppets, and it's the best thing ever.
It's that even the intro. Even the intro was, well thought out and well done. By far was so well.
It's rad.
They took a lot of thought into doing this anime, and I agree with Christian. They even what you said, Yeti. I like how they took people who are thought out as even in high school, people that really aren't looked at as high up, and they took it drama club artists and stuff like that and made it a huge thing, and it's so cool what they did with it.
Yep.
That's oh god, I had another thing I wanted to say. It's something my girlfriend pointed out. It'll come to me. But it's special. I think it's really good.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, I feel like it can go super super far with this. I feel like they can take off with this so well. If they keep up what they did after season 1 and keep doing it throughout the next couple episodes, I feel like this anime will take off really well.
If they ever make a line of these for Beastars, I'm buying Legacy like immediately.
You better send one this way, homie.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out with like a little slutty rabbit just for you to have.
Should be right there.
They could do the full set. You know how like they do like Batman and the Batmobile type shit? They could do like her in her little den. Like with the bed and everything.
Oh God, Christian, no, you didn't just say all that, dog.
So
you're terrible. You're terrible.
So I have something off topic to talk about in a second.
I was about to ask if you're still there because we're about to move on to the next.
I was having a kid moment.
Two
off topic things. First thing, for everyone that's watching.
First, let's get everyone's rating and then we're gonna move off topic.
I remember the
9, solid 9.
My girlfriend, because I was like, it's a little awkward to watch, and she's like, well, remember they're in high school, and high school's insanely awkward.
Oh,
and I was like,
true.
Like,
yes, I never thought of it that way. That's a good point.
It's a very strong point.
But if I had to rate it, I'd rate it anywhere from like an 8.5 to a 9.5.
I'm an
because
easy
how,
9.
Like,
easy 9.
Now with easy 9. Like, story was good. The storyline was great. The character development all the way through was amazing. Like, and it didn't even in the main character Legacy. It wasn't even like his character development. Like, they took time to take character development in each one of the key characters in the series.
Yeah,
and
Louis gets like a whole
really good
backstory episode.
Oh yeah, you get a whole backstory on every single character that's important to the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, great backstories on everything. Like, you get to see how they develop all the way from from episode 1 all the way to episode 12, and every single character you get to see how they develop and how they react to stuff. So that's why I'm the same way. I give it a solid 9.
Easy.
At least a 9.
I'm usually with Brandon. I like a lot of boxing. That's what I call fighting. I like to see a lot of boxing. And for a show that barely had any, I give it a 9. Like, the story completely carried the whole anime. Like, you literally are like glued. Like, you're awkward about it. Like, you feel uncomfortable watching it because like you're literally watching, animals interact like humans. But once you get over that, like, it's just like, this is great. Like, I don't recommend watching it at like 5 p.m. with like everyone still up. But
don't
like,
watch it at work.
Late at night.
Definitely not. Like,
late at night.
I was at work in my truck
maybe?
when I was watching it, but so no one got to see what I was doing.
The only the only negative I have is the animation might take you a little while to get used to, because it did.
Oh yeah.
But I'll
It
give
did
them
like
that.
me for a little bit.
3 or 4 episodes in, I didn't even notice it anymore.
Because was that completely done by Netflix? Do we know?
I'm pretty sure.
So, like, if you look at, like, Baki, what's the one that had fucking... It was pretty much like Persona.
Kengu Ashura.
Agent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Agent. Yeah.
Like, if you look at those animated...
Kengan Ashura is done by Netflix.
Yeah. All that animation is, like, that computer-generated animation. I felt like this was the nice hybrid between the two. Like, you could tell that it was computer, but you could also tell that, like, it was drawn in backgrounds. So, like, the characters were, like, really cool. I enjoyed it. I liked all the settings. Like, you look at the city the first time, like, that was like, holy cow, this city's, like, huge. Like, it definitely did a lot of good, like, detail to settings and everything. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I give it a 9.
Easy.
Like I said, once I got past the fact that they were animals, I was just like, okay, now I gotta see what's next. Like, I gotta see how this character develops. I gotta see how this develops. I gotta see how all this stuff interacts with itself. I'm just like, I gotta find out what's next. Like, this is super dope.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian even told me, he goes, dude, after like the second episode, he goes, you're gonna get hooked. And as soon as he said that, I was super hooked. Like, I binge watched the shit out of it in one day. A whole day of work, I binge watched the whole thing.
I watched it in 2 days. I watched 4 episodes and then the rest.
Well, I mean, I'm on a job site where I have to sit in my truck and just observe the job site, so I don't get to do anything except for sit in my truck and watch anime all day.
All right, Dylan.
So the off topics of today, and there's a reason for these two off topics. First off topic is the new game Valorant. Everyone who's an anime fan is probably playing games also. 90% of those people are on PC. Stay the fuck away from it for all you can. There's a reason.
That's also on Switch, game. Isn't it?
I don't know, but you don't want it.
Yeah, that bad.
It's not a bad game, but the new system that Riot is using to do cheating has a special kind of rootkit in it that accesses the main port for your computer's authentication, which means if they want to, they can get in. Now, they quoted that some sources outside of their own tried and could not do it, but they would not name the sources. So there's no proof that you cannot get in. It is basically a backdoor. It's the best backdoor you have in your computer, by the way. Second thing, stay safe out there, everybody. That COVID-19 shit is not a fucking hoax. Everybody's dealing with it different ways, and there are a lot of people dealing with it pretty bad. That's why I just had kid aggro. My kid's got a sore throat. First thing on my mind is, fuck. I go into people's homes every day. If you're sick, tell somebody. Don't fucking be stupid and be going out. Don't be that guy spreading that shit that doesn't need to be around the world.
If you're sick, stay home. If you're sick, quarantine yourself. It's really not that hard. My work has gotten so serious that literally if you have any sort of cough, fever, anything, you're automatically quarantined 14 days. No offense.
I have a temperature. I have to check my temperature every day before work.
Oh, I do too. I have to.
My youngest son is immunocompromised, so I can't play around, and I'm not even trying.
Oh, well, the thing is I have heart conditions and stuff like that, and I'm already immune deficient anyway, so if I get sick, I'm fucked.
Are you competing with a kid right now? We care about the kid's life over yours.
Thanks,
all I'm trying to say before we end this shit is just be safe out there. Don't be stupid. There's a reason why things are the way they are, and it's the same thing with Valorant. Be safe about it. If you want to play the game, that's fine. But remember, there is a root kit in that game. It's built in. It goes straight to the kernel in your computer. That is the highest access point of your computer. It's meant for the cheaters, but it's not doing very well, and it's opening up your computer to a lot of other shit if someone finds a way in. Just be careful.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to one-up you there.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, you're looking down like, oh, you're good.
Well, all right. So while we're all here, Dylan, what is? I'm gonna keep calling you that.
I'm cool with it.
How long is Overlord?
Overlord right now, I think is 3 seasons long, 12 episodes each. Let me make sure real quick. I can check it right now. I don't want to lose that page. Hold on.
Would everyone be cool with watching the first season as one of our shows that we review next week?
Yeah, I'm down. I got time for it. All
right, Overlord has 1, 2, 3 seasons right now. They have 2 movies. You don't have to watch the movies if you choose not to. Subbed and dubbed. Season 3 is dubbed as well, all the way finished. And then the episodes, there are, 13 episodes per season.
So we're gonna do the first
if it's
season.
Subbed, if it's not super fast, because I'm not fast at reading at all.
They have dubbed on Hulu, I believe. I know that.
They should.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say I just watch dubbed. I watched Beastars and obviously sub.
I watched it dubbed.
I enjoyed it.
I watched it
Netflix
dubbed.
doesn't have it in dub though.
Yeah, they do. I watched it dubbed. Yep.
Well,
I had to watch it
my,
dubbed 'cause
my
girlfriend
Netflix didn't
can't
have it in dub. It only had it in sub. But I mean, it's still good.
Since Netflix did it, I knew they did both at the same time, so I didn't think I would have an issue with the dub of it, so it wasn't too bad at all. For our second show, you guys want to watch Blood Lad?
I don't know what that is, and is available on Netflix or Hulu.
Blood Lad is on Hulu.
What about the
How many
Tick?
episodes is it?
Which one? The Tick.
Blood Lad?
Yeah.
Hey, the Tick is the shit.
Blood Lad is 12 episodes. They do have also 2 OVAs. I highly recommend it to anyone that loves anime. It's like a love letter to all anime, pretty much is what it is. Like it's like Deadpool breaking the fourth wall. So it's like this character is doing the same thing. He is a demon from the underworld, and he's in love with manga from the from Earth. So like all his special moves and stuff like that is like Kamehameha, stuff like that, and like he's like a boss of this town. Like it's like Hunger Games type thing. So like each town is has their own leader and all that, and like he like fights off, and like dude, it's super cool. Highly recommend it. But you guys cool with
text
that?
both those animes to me, Christian, and I'll watch them on Hulu when
I'll recommend one more thing. Even if you haven't seen the episodes for One Punch Man, go watch the fucking side episode. You'll laugh your shit
OVAs?
off.
Funny and so good.
Yeah, dude, the
They're
OVAs
so
are good.
It's so fucking random when you see like. So the main character is obviously an OP motherfucker named Saitama who can beat the shit out of anybody when he wants. The main side characters, they're main side characters because they're always in certain episodes. 2 of the main side characters, 2 of the strongest humans on the fucking planet are sitting there going fishing and are watching 2 other heroes who are like Class C heroes get their ass kicked and don't give a fuck. And they're just still fishing. They're like, you keep scaring the fish away. What the fuck?
Oh, it's hilarious. It's the greatest thing ever. The only reason I love One Punch Man is the story, and like it's so funny to watch because it's comedy. It's so funny.
You can put music behind that anime, any kind of music. My favorite's Queen, and just laugh your fucking ass off.
But why would
Oh
you?
yeah, by far.
The soundtrack for it is already amazing.
Yeah,
Like-
but dude,
yeah,
honestly, they
soundtrack
put.
for it is
Let me find it. Let me find it real quick. They put this on the back of this anime, and it's hilarious.
Alright, we'll watch that after we wrap this up. Any final words from anyone? Anything to recommend? Blood Lad and Overlord will be the 2 shows that we're watching this week. If you guys want to watch, so you can participate next week in the chat and tell us how you think and all of that, there's your way. Anything else from anyone else?
I'm good.
I guess.
All right, let's end this shit.
Yeti?
Well, I've been using, because I'm actually on quarantine. My company shut. I've been using this time to catch up on One Piece.
Ooh.
Because I took about 2 years off, so I've been
200
catching
behind.
up on that. Yeah.
Yeah, good
And
luck
I'm
with
enjoying
catching
the
up
ride.
on
I've
that.
never not loved One Piece, so
Yep.
I love One Piece. That's what I've been doing.
I heard that the English license has been lost for One Piece. It's been
Yeah.
almost 6 months now since they've had a dubbed episode or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I've always watched it subbed because the 4 Kids
Oh,
dub
yeah.
was terrible back in the
Oh
day.
my
so.
god. That was god awful. I'm glad you know that, dude. I was literally telling someone didn't believe, like, because I was talking about WB cartoons and Fox cartoons, and no one knew that that's where One Piece started. Everyone thinks it was Toonami. And I'm like,
in America, yeah,
it
on
was
4 Kids.
Fox 4 Kids.
It was definitely on 4 Kids first. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
it being on 4 Kids when I was growing up.
It was terrible. It had that pirate rap intro.
Oh my god, it was terrible.
And they call Zoro Zolo.
Yep.
Oh my god, that
I
shit
love you
pissed
guys.
me off so much.
But I'm peacing out because you guys can keep talking for hours.
No, we're done.
I got
Right
it
now.
too.
Alrighty.
I got
This
work
has
in the
been
morning,
fun.
so I gotta catch some Z.
All right, end this
Alrighty.
shit, and then we'll watch this video.
Thanks
real
for
quick.
watching Shonen Dad's podcast. Peace.